I don't know why we have to listen to that every time.
I think it's solely to piss our audience off.
It is.
I think it's because Tom hasn't looked into good marketing or advertising.
No, why would I do that?
Because that would make sense.
So I love how you cut into that conversation right like halfway through, so now the people have no idea what we're talking about.
We do that every time.
That's
it's
a
the
given.
most good. Yeah. Anyways,
So movies.
Mean Streets.
I feel this is a bad movie to start with.
Let me read the intro,
Okay.
and then we can fight each other. Okay. Following the release, in the streets, it'll be like Fight Club. No, following the release of Boxcar Bertha, a Roger Corman produced picture, legendary indie film guru John Cassavetes told one Martin Scorsese that he had just spent a year of his life making a piece of shit. Scorsese's response was Mean Streets, a film about his own life experience. Mean Streets was the first feature film of Scorsese's own design. The title was originally taken from an essay titled The Simple Act of Murder, with the famous line, "But down these mean streets a man must go who is not himself mean, who is neither tarnished nor afraid." Roger Corman was originally agreed to finance the film, but on the condition that all the characters were black. I would have loved to say that. That would have been so great. Oh my gosh. Supposedly, Scorsese wrote the
I'm
whole
surprised there's not more to that sentence.
That's what Wikipedia gave me.
I know. On the condition that all the characters were black. Dog.
Well, what happened was Scorsese got
Oh, no, that's the whole thing.
Scorsese got more financing. That's basically what happened. Because financing somewhere else. Supposedly, Scorsese wrote the whole script while driving around Little Italy in his car. The film was a major critical success, currently sitting at 98% positive rating on Rotten Tomatoes, with some hailing it as one of the most original American films of all time upon release. In 1997, the film was introduced into the National Film Registry for Preservation. Caitlin, you didn't like this. Michael, you didn't see it. I love this thing.
I'm curious as to how he intended to find an all-black cast driving around Little Italy.
This is after Corman wasn't going to finance it anymore.
Well, you should have said that.
Okay, how about I say that? Let me reread that here. Roger Corman originally agreed to finance the film on the condition all the characters are black. Afterwards, Scorsese got more financing and didn't have to listen to Roger Corman anymore.
Well,
then he went and wrote the script while driving around Little Italy in his car. Much better.
Okay, Tom, I have a challenge for you for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sum up the movie in less than 10 sentences.
Less than 10 sentences.
Yes.
No, I'll do about 2 sentences.
Sum up this movie, the whole
movie,
not
2
the
sentences.
review, the summary of the movie in 10 sentences.
That's too long.
Harvey Keitel is a young man who wants to be in the mafia and wants to be Catholic. He has a girlfriend who his uncle doesn't approve of. He has a friend named Johnny Boy who is an asshole and doesn't pay back his loans on time. Harvey Keitel has to stick up for Johnny Boy. Then a whole bunch of shit happens, and they have to run away, and they get shot at. Ding! I did that in about 6 sentences.
Yeah,
That wasn't bad.
That was good.
Yeah.
Brevity. It's a good thing.
No, but seriously, Mean Streets is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like,
Why?
I love this thing. I think
Are you going to say it's a Swiss watch?
this thing is like a Swiss watch inside
Damn
of
it,
a
Matt.
Swiss watch. Okay, this thing is like multiple Swiss watches. Okay, it is
I don't understand.
the
what's
Swiss
the
watch
greatest
to end
Swiss
all Swiss watch. Swiss watches are intense or something like that. I don't know.
You don't. Oh my god.
I don't wear watches.
You stop.
Swiss watches are really nice.
The Swiss were famous for
their
making
watches?
the analog watches.
I thought they were famous for the chocolates and the
the
banking.
cuckoo
Yeah, they're
And the
famous
banking.
for those too.
And the banking.
Well, your mom's famous for banking.
Damn!
Ching.
No, but I think I love this thing because it feels really personal to me. It feels like it's a story that Scorsese really wanted to tell more than anything. Like it feels like American Graffiti, like all of his music choices, feels like he was listening to that song when he was writing the script, when he was coming up with the concepts. And he was like, "That's what I want. That's what I want to be playing right when this shot happens." I feel like everything that he does, he kind of sees it as it's happening. I see this movie kind of flow in a way that I don't think a lot of movies flow, if that makes sense. Like it really feels like a tale that Martin Scorsese wanted to make. I describe it as American Graffiti meets The Godfather. Like, it is kind of one bouncy pop 50s, 60s hit after another, and then instead of being about the last night before we have to go off to college, it's about I've got to make sure that Johnny Boy doesn't get his head blown off. Like, it's...
Why? It sounds like letting Johnny Boy get his head blown off would have been a much
Well,
better movie for the
It would have, but Harvey Keitel has loyalty and honor, and Johnny Boy's his boy, and so he has to be like, Johnny Boy, I have to save you, even though you're a complete clown. And, I mean, that's what really I appreciate about Mean Streets, is that it feels like it's kind of just one piece after another. Every scene kind of ends on a woof, right? Like, every scene ends on a note that allows you to go into the next scene. And then he hardly ever uses a sound bridge at all. Just that every scene, there's like a scene in an elevator where he's like, ah ha ha, and then they go to another, it cuts right into the next shot. And he does it in such a way that the movie seems to just keep moving. It never slows down. It's a great movie.
So, basically,
there it is. Whoop, there it is.
So basically, the movie has heart.
Yeah.
You think it's a personal message, and
At the same time, I think it's a technical masterpiece.
you like the way the momentum carries throughout the film.
At the same time, I think it's a technical masterpiece. Like, I really think that, like, it looks fucking gorgeous. It's edited brilliantly. Harvey Keitel is amazeballs. The sound is great.
Half the reason we talk about this is that our audience may not know what an excellently edited movie looks like.
Well, this is what an excellently edited film looks like. There are no continuity errors. It's kind of like, in Scorsese's career, there's two Scorsese films. There's Taxi Driver, which is very cerebral, and there's Casino, which is off the walls, bizarre. Casino does this thing where it doesn't really edit itself together coherently. Like, the beats don't match each other, but he does that on purpose. Mean Streets is a combination of the two. It's the quicker editing of Casino, but he still manages to keep it like on the same beats like Taxi Driver does.
Tom, you gotta be careful where you put your arms. If you cover up my boobs, we'll lose viewers.
That's true.
Okay.
We should actually, Caitlin should be in the middle, and we should be like articulating our hands such to as enhance her.
Like,
by the way, audience.
On one hand, you have Casino, and then on the other hand, you have Taxi Driver, and then Mean Streets is somewhere in the middle.
But more importantly, boobs. But seriously, I've taken film studies and you just lost me, so articulation is your friend.
I don't know, it's very hard for me to kind of describe what I love so much about Mean Streets. But
yes, that is the challenge of communication.
The editing, it's very hard for me to explain why I think the editing, every scene ends on a specific note. It's kind of like the David Fincher. It ends on a specific sound point. And he doesn't do a sound bridge. You know what a sound bridge is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. He doesn't do a sound bridge. Sound bridge is when you go from one scene and you play the sound from the next scene over top of that one before you cut into it.
Learning.
Like a music cue that fades out.
Yeah, kind of like that. He doesn't ever use that. It's all, this is the end of that scene, end of that note, cut, go to the next scene.
Interesting.
Doesn't use a fade, doesn't use a straight cut, next scene. That's what I love about the editing, because it ends on each note that it ends on a note that allows you to go into the next scene feeling amped for the next scene. Right? And that's what I think keeps this movie moving forward. If you used a whole bunch of sound bridges, it would just kind of slog. It would all just kind of blend together. It's the fact that he cuts and allows himself to allows you to get ready for the next scene and be excited for it, that it keeps this movie going forward.
That's much better.
Much
yeah,
better.
I like that.
Okay.
That's better. As an English professor, I would be happy with that.
Okay, Caitlin, you didn't like Mean Streets, right? I think. Did you like Mean Streets?
We were doing so well up until this point.
Not a fan?
No, not that. I failed everybody this week. I didn't watch it.
Michael didn't watch it either.
Yeah.
That's why I was trying to get you to go so long, because I was like, oh, you're doing so well, you're holding this together, and now you
But keep it going, Tom. Keep it
I still
going.
got some more stuff.
I believe in you, Tom.
I still got some more stuff.
You can go the distance.
You can go.
I can go the distance on my own.
I know I'll be strong.
No.
That might have hindered this movie.
Michael Bolton would have made this movie better.
Oh my God!
I'd
Yes.
say Morgan Freeman would have made this movie better. But
No.
Can
Morgan
Michael
Freeman.
Bolton and Morgan Freeman do like this epic power duet?
That would be amazing.
Here's what should happen.
I would have said
No. Here's what should happen. John Woo should make an action movie.
Sure.
It should be narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Scarlett Johansson is the main actress.
Scarlett Johansson's main actress. Yeah. To be
Main
narrated
lead by Bruce Willis. I'm gonna nominate.
No, it should just be Scarlett Johansson. It should just be a one person wrecking crew. Morgan Freeman will narrate philosophy from just like, I don't know, Adolf Huxley's Brave New World. To just read
random book.
Just read passages from Adolf Huxley's Brave New World.
It doesn't even need to tie in.
Yeah, just and Don Quixote. Just read random passages, and then every once in a while, Michael Bolton will sing.
Serenade.
Yeah, like
The situation.
like I'm on my own. I can go the distance.
She's like reloading her guns in the field of corpses.
Oh my god!
I
watched this movie.
I think we just created the golden picture.
Oh my god!
I think we just created Money, the movie.
Watch this movie. This movie would be so good.
It doesn't even matter what it's about.
No,
It's
not really.
money.
It's
It's a
just-
movie. Financial
all the
profit. Financial profit.
Movie the movie, Jimmy Kimmel. Movie the movie.
Yeah, I mean that would be great. No, but in like the other thing I love about Mean Streets is I love how at the end of the movie
You said that
he
about
has.
3 times.
Yes.
What's the only thing you actually love about Mean Streets?
I love everything about Mean Streets, to be honest. But
Okay, so then
and
don't say
one
the
of the
only
other
that's
things,
more accurate.
one of the other things that I love about Mean Streets
Very
is that
Clear
is that
communication.
no, but he has a choice between how the theme of staying loyal in a kind of dirty world. He has a choice of basically throwing Johnny Boy and
Under the bus, which is by far his better option.
and his epileptic girlfriend under the bus, and yeah, that's probably his better option. But he chooses
Just
to take
say it.
the high road, and I think that's something that kind of gets lost in a lot of later Scorsese films. A lot of them are kind of the not the Mean Street, the Wolf of Wall Streets of the world, which is this is Jordan Belfort. He is an asshole. He does not care.
I could say
Kind
there
of
are
the world.
a lot of media in general is kind of that.
Yeah,
where it's
and
like life is a bitch. If you have a friend who's about to die, well, you could get shot trying
Like,
to
think
too.
about it,
So
think
let
about
him
it, though.
die.
Every
Why are you
Scorsese
playing-
movie is the 3-act Scorsese movie. Act 1 is the setup. Act 2 is the rise to power. Act 3 is the fall. And you have that in Taxi Driver, in Raging Bull, Goodfellas, Casino,
Raging
Gangs
Bull
of
is
New
that
York. Raging Bull is about the boxing.
Oh, I thought it was about the Raging Bull. That would have been awesome.
I thought,
But isn't it amazing? Can you imagine like running of the balls and it's like
Yes.
the protagonist is just this one ball
I don't
who's like
know.
full on rage
No.
beast?
no. I was thinking more along the lines of a porn film.
I definitely prefer mine. That's pretty funny too.
Sorry.
Last Tango in Paris, yo.
Oh.
With the butter, oh my god.
Oh my god, the butter.
Like After Hours is the same way. They're all kind of this. The character loses himself somewhere along the way, and then it's his descent. In
And then
Mean
he
Streets, there's no loss. He doesn't lose himself ever. He stays Charlie. He stays that character. He doesn't become somebody else just because everybody else tells him to. And I think that's
Non-conformance, yay!
that's what makes Mean Streets one of the, like Roger Ebert mentioned that this was Roger Ebert went back to this he used to do something with, I think it was the Chicago International Film Festival, or it might have been TIFF, where he would go shot by shot through an analysis of a film. He would just get the theater and he'd go shot by shot by shot.
Which
through
could
the film.
take a while. I'm just saying.
Takes a whole day.
Dude had dedication.
Yeah, and one of the things he said about Mean Streets was that this is the source for almost all modern movies. Look at John Woo's The Killer takes from this, and then like Tarantino will take from this. Almost a lot of people take from Mean Streets. They take from the idea of you can have a character that is in a kind of unscrupulous profession, but he's got morals himself, or she's got morals herself. That's Mean Streets.
But you could say that also takes from Sorcerer and that criminals are people too.
This came before Sorcerer, and I'm very
Interesting.
I can't believe I'm so proud of you. You remember that we read Sorcerer the movie.
Yes, I
I'm so
did.
proud of you.
I remember many
I'm
things.
so proud of you.
By the way, 1 + 1 is 2.
That's my boy.
Usually.
That's my boy. You remember that Sorcerer exists.
I'll be here if you need me.
All right, you want to move back into the frame so you can read all about my mother?
You
Yeah.
haven't rated the movie, goddammit!
Sorry. Okay, so sorry. Yeah, so I gave it 5 out of 5.
Fantastic.
I think that was pretty obvious. Didn't have to like it.
So, would bang or not so much?
This is like an 11 out of 10. Would bang and then buy like a car, like
Or Maydays?
or buy a Swiss watch. Yeah, or Maydays. Low would bang and then stay for breakfast.
But would you buy a car made solely of the mechanics of Swiss watches?
Yes. That would be a great car.
Expensive as hell.
It would be, but it'd be great.
Moving on.
Moving on now. You cut it off at the worst time.
Stitchy and Scratchy Show.